Yo, what's up, guys? It's No Talk Sam here to bring guys my ZETMAN episode 10 review in. What an episode! This episode surprised me in more ways than one, especially considering the fact that okay, for anyone who doesn't read the manga, um, pretty much the party stuff with Koga and all those girls at that party, that happened pretty much after that. Yeah, that stuff happened after the events that occurred in episode 3. So technically, half of this episode, I would say a good chunk of this episode was supposed to be episode 4. So, and I was kind of, I was actually kind of, yeah, like I was surprised that they actually went ahead and adapted this chapter. I mean, when episode 4 came, they completely skipped that part because honestly, because like I said, this episode, the party stuff came before the second time skip. Um, So when I saw that episode 4 pretty much, completely skipped the party stuff and went to the second time skip, I was like kind of pissed off. At the same time, I understood why they could have possibly, not choose to adapt the party stuff because it's pretty fucked up and just yeah, that alone. It's not really fucked up, but it's kind of messed up, especially on Koga's part, considering the fact he has to deal with all just yeah, it's really messed up. So yeah, I'm actually kind of glad they actually went ahead and adapted this chapter. Adapted the party stuff because honestly, I literally thought that the ZETMAN anime adaptation is just either going to speed through chapters or just completely take stuff out. Um, but I really honestly didn't think they were going to adapt. There could have been a possibility where they could adapt chapters out of order. Um, but yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. But the episode itself, it was pretty damn good. Just like we find out a good. Not we don't find out, but there's a good amount of stuff that happens in this episode. Like first starting off in the first couple of minutes of the episode, Jin gets laid. Which is not really surprising because Jin's a badass, so I guess he deserves to get laid, obviously, and it would be Tonica because Tonica obviously just can't seem to get off his dick. Because her parents are just completely garbage, and she really doesn't have anyone to turn to but Jin. So yeah, and then Jin was like, "I want to start a family. I want to buy a house, and when I get back from finding Konoha, I'm going to tell you everything about me." So and when he does tell, and I have a feeling that when he does tell Konoha, about himself being half human, half monster, I don't think she's really going to care because honestly, I think she's the kind of girl where you know all that matters all that matters is she loves him, and it doesn't really matter if he's a monster or whatnot. She she wants to be with him for the rest of her life. I assume. So that's that. And Konoha is pretty much still under the. I would say she's yeah, Konoha's still under the fuck everyone for not telling me anything mentality. Because honestly, she didn't even want to talk to Jin. I was like, whoa, Konoha doesn't want to talk to Jin because because Konoha was literally trying to was Konoha because we obviously know from Jump that Konoha loves Jin. So for her to not even want to talk to Jin is kind of surprising in a sense because obviously we know she won't want to talk to Koga because Koga just and I love how in this episode they replayed that flashback flat replayed that scene where Konoha was like, I don't think what's your justice? I think your justice is pretty much you. I think all you want to do is be praised. And I still got a kick out of that, even though we saw that like damn near 2 months ago. But whatever. Um, so yeah, Konoha's still under the fuck everyone mentality. Obviously she would go to Akemi, which I was actually surprised because I didn't think we were going to see Akemi ever again after she got custody for I think did she get custody of her child back? I don't. I think she did, but it seems like she's still living at the same place. Um, and then Koga obviously gets another justice mission by each what's that old man's name? Jiro? Yeah, Jiro. Because obviously Jiro just can't seem to get off Koga's dick. Like he just always wants to fuck with Koga, and he finds another better way of doing it by involving a crap load of fangirls that are also on his dick, and pretty much putting their lives in jeopardy. Like, just oh man, like especially that thing where that girl was like, Koga, I found a way out. Let's go. And Koga was like, you know, thanks, but you go on ahead. I'm gonna save everyone, because after seeing what Jin did in episode 2, where Jin pretty much saved everyone while Koga was literally about to abandon that family, he now has pretty much copied Jin's mentality of saving everyone, and pretty much that mentality of saving everyone pretty much fucked him over in the end, because after he chose to go back to those girls, they suddenly find another room in the party building, and one girl jumps on the bed, and she's like, and then she pretty much makes this cute pose where you can literally see her panties, and she's like, Koga-kun. She's like, Koga-kun, you made the wrong choice again. Splat! I'm like, oh shit. I mean, it was just as fucked up in the manga, but oh man. And then all the girls are freaking out because, we just saw they saw a fucking girl just get destroyed in like in 10 seconds flat. And the fucked up part about that was that one girl that obviously didn't like Koga, she literally slaps him. She was like, "Murderer! How could you?" I'm like, "What the hell? Koga hasn't done it." So what? That makes no sense, because Koga just stood there, and saw that girl. How in the hell would he even be able to? Just that makes no sense. Like, are you? That was just fucked up. Like, she literally just blamed Koga right away for that girl's death. Like, and then the girls are all freaking out. Like I said, the doors are locked. They can't get out, and then suddenly the doors become open magically by who knows who. And then a robot comes, and then Jiro is like, "Oh, you have another. I'm giving you a new mission. You either go on the elevator and save yourself, or you save everyone." And obviously, um, Koga was like, "You already know the answer to that." Gets the sword and pretty much tries to destroy the robot, which obviously does him no good, because even like 20 minutes later, he still couldn't destroy the robot. And then during the whole party stuff, Haitani makes his move on television, and he pretty much just introduces himself. He's like, "Oh, we're evil. We're not. Even though we may look like it, but we're actually not humans." And he pretty much goes over the whole backstory between how players were created by humans just for entertainment purposes, and they were like, one day they thought to themselves, they're like, "Why are we doing this?" So they pretty much went berserk. Pretty much showed how brutal Evol is by just like by eating humans on live TV, and just completely killing humans, just to give the message that don't fuck with Evil. Um, and Jin obviously knows that Konoha's staying over at Makemi's house, because it's pretty obvious. But and yeah, that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. So if I had to give this episode a grade, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 or an A minus. Although this episode was pretty fucked up to watch, with that one girl just getting killed, and seeing some humans getting destroyed by the members of Evil. It was still a good episode nonetheless. Next episode looks pretty interesting. Some somewhat interesting, because the episode title is called Puppet, and it's just judging by the brief clips from the next episode. Koga's still fighting that mechanical robot, so I don't know. Anyway, leaving comments below regarding this episode or ZETMAN in general, and for any manga readers out there, were actually surprised like I was that they actually went ahead and adapted the party stuff. Because, not quite honestly, I thought they just completely skipped it, because how fucked up it was, especially for Koga. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my episode 11 review next week.